The mustache on me is quite wild. Look at it. Becoming a real lumberjack. So here we are making a video after experiencing a break-in. If you want to say. Some bastard came into our backyard and took some possessions of ours. But that's fine, you know. Always gotta focus on the positive side, right?
Yeah. There's a lot to say, but what's the point? You know what I mean?
Squeals by.
Alright, I'll stop her.
So yeah, what we were talking about
Are we talking about versions of ourselves?
versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
Us always trying to be the best versions of ourselves every single day, and then
Waking up every day and feeling completely different, living a different life. You know what I mean? Being a different person. It's like one day you wake up, you're strong, you're brave, you're uplifted, and the next day you wake up, you're, you know, down, depressed, and sad or whatever.
I see.
Right? And it's okay, you know, to be both of those. But the thing is, at least me, right? I felt like almost, I'm like, why am I feeling this, you know? Why am I feeling these emotions? Why am I feeling this way, this doubt and all that stuff, right? But then like you wake up the day after and then you feel so much better, so much stronger. And you realize that, you know, instead of trying to chase that, well, not instead of trying to chase,
Instead of
but,
being
like, it's
hard on
almost like-
yourself,
it's almost impossible, right? It's almost impossible to chase that version of yourself. And because when you're chasing that version, you're almost indirectly saying, you know, I'm not that yet. I need to get and become that version.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're almost like escaping from your current self
I
right
see.
now. And the way you're feeling and what you're going through. And you're like, you know, oh, just forget about that, you know. What, you know, where's that version? How can I feel, you know? How can I get to there? How can I become that? Right? Instead of just like
Accepting everything.
accepting, yeah, and
Everything
just
comes
be like,
your way.
okay, you know, today is like this, and hey,
Let's
do the best we can, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You know, what can we do right now that's like, you know, left over with this time, amount of day, energy, and whatever, right? And all of a sudden the day, you know, becomes
Better, more easier to deal with.
yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Because we often want to be perfect, right?
Yeah,
But perfection
comes in many different forms and shapes.
perfection doesn't exist, right? You can have imperfect perfection, right?
Yeah.
Which means making all your imperfections perfect, or trying to make them perfect, right?
Yes.
That means that understanding that you have, you know, that you make mistakes like everyone else, that you're not some Superman here, you know, that you're supposed to be earning millions of dollars and,
Yeah.
and running thousands of kilometers every day and you know, basically flying.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
But it's okay to understand that certain days bring different
Type of-
obstacles, right?
Yeah.
Not only outside of us but within us as well, and sometimes it's very hard to deal with them. It's very hard to
It is.
surpass them. So and then we often become even harder on ourselves, right? Because we expect ourselves to progress and be perfect, right?
Yes.
But as you said, right, like life is not perfect. Life is a
Yeah.
balance of good and bad. So we have to recognize to see that in ourselves, you know, to in order to perfect the imperfection. So every time an obstacle comes, to accept it as it is, instead of trying to be
Superman.
Superman.
Literally, man.
And that in turn often, I feel as though, pushes you to judge other people around you, right?
A lot. Like that makes me judge so much, yeah.
Exactly.
Like so much. And then like when I understand, hey, today I'm feeling like low and sad and I can't do the things that I usually do, you know, which are like, you know, require, you know, bravery or whatever, right? And that makes me wonder, holy shit, you know, I'm mean to these people, you know, when they're bad versions of themselves, but like, you know,
What am I
they're
making?
same as me. They have bad versions, they have good versions, you know, they have middle versions, they have whatever versions, right? I can't always expect them to be the Superman, you know, that's always, you know, bringing, giving, and, you know, providing for me in the best version of themselves.
Yes.
It's just, you know, holy fuck, you know, like
Instead
same as me, they go through lows and bads.
Yeah, instead of trying to make it harder for them than it already is, you want to make it easier, right?
Yeah.
Because you see yourself in them.
Yeah.
And then you question yourself, okay, if that was me, would I want to act the same way towards me? Or would I want to help myself out?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What I wanted to say is measure your day not by productivity, but by the level of presence. How present you are throughout the day. That's what matters, and that's what really puts you in life. That's what really makes you feel life, right?
It gives you the most
Full of-
choices and options.
Exactly.
You know, because like when you're aware right now, you're like, okay, what can I do? So many things pop up. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
But when you're like, holy shit, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do
You're
this.
so hard- exactly. So hard on yourself.
Like the last thing that's gonna come to you or hit you in the head is gonna be like, what do I feel like doing or what do I want to do?
Exactly.
It's more so like I got, and then just
It's
like,
like-
this cycle of like overthinking, right?
So stressed out by the quantity, or so stressed out by how can I put this into words? Just the
This is overthinking.
stress yourself out to the point where you don't even do it.
Yeah.
So instead of stressing yourself out, like just
It's-
try to find
honestly,
a way
bro,
about it.
Let's not even call it stressing out. Let's call it just
Mhm.
loss of presence. You know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah,
I guess, yeah. Loss of awareness, loss
loss
of
of
presence.
presence, loss of awareness, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Because you're
that's-
thinking in future, right? Puts you into anxiety. It makes sense, right? That's why it exhausts you.
Mm.
Exactly. Or if you're thinking about past, right? Puts you in depression, so you don't feel like doing anything, right? So you just gotta focus on the present. Even if it means doing, like laundry or cleaning your room, that's also gonna bring you the equal amount of happiness in
Satisfaction,
those
yeah.
days as if you did, the biggest project you could have done.
Yeah.
So even the smallest things in life matter.
But yeah, that we were just literally talking about that. You know, we're like, hey, let's just video record it, tape it.
Accept life. Let's, try to take in this lesson of
Moment, yeah.
life more and try to, just
Yeah.
I
Document
don't want to
it,
say
put out there.
enjoy, but be more, be full of life.
Accepting, presence and accepting,
Be kind and be loving,
love and happiness.
and don't break into people's backyards. Have a good one.